All right, if you're like me, you're watching the end of the Buffalo Bills and Miami Dolphins, watching the Bills win the division and lock up the end of the season results and how everything will now shake out. And Bears fans, I promise you, all bad things must come to an end. After today's disappointing loss to the Packers, it will end. I was just as excited to start this season as everybody else. I was on the hype train. And you know what? There's a lot of positive to take from the season. We'll do that video later. But today was really deflating. Whew, to begin the season with the Packers loss, to end the season with the Packers loss, is some kind of bitter cruelty that someone in NFL studios wrote up for Bears fans to continue in misery. The only positive we had to take out of that is we do have the number one overall pick again. So with that, here's the playoff picture that's set. And I'm going to tell you a couple things that I am slightly excited for. Number one, the Packers have to face the Cowboys. And as good as the Packers might be feeling right now, they have to go into Dallas and face the Cowboys. All that means to me is that's a first-round loss and a worse draft pick for the Packers. Yes, there's other positives for the Packers. I'm not going to focus on those. Number two, the Rams, who are red hot, who I am super high on, are facing the Lions and can keep the Lions' 30-year streak dead. Keep them from winning a playoff game. And that would make me very happy too. Number three, right down the list, the Buccaneers are facing the Eagles. And the Eagles have proven they have lost it. They have fallen apart. And that gives me hope that the Eagles could lose in the first round, which isn't a huge thing, but that gives us that fourth round pick a little bit higher from when we traded from 9 to 10 last year. And the Eagles picked up Jalen Carter, and we got their fourth round pick in next year's draft. So, some small things as we go into the playoffs that we can look at. We'll go into more things later. This is really going to be a short video as we end the season off. But here's the final draft order for us. That is the final draft order as of right now. The left side is completely accurate. Those are teams that haven't played in the playoffs. Here's the right side according to if what I said took place. Okay? The Packers, the Lions, the Eagles, that would all be good for us that they don't get any deeper in the playoffs. As much as we don't want them to get good draft picks, right now it is where it is, and they are going to be in the playoffs. Let's hope they all lose, and let's hope that works out for us. Right now, we're picking number 1 and number 9. If you didn't know that, that's set. It's locked in. We're going to do a lot of hypotheticals about what the Bears can do. I'm going to do different scenarios on whether we keep Eberflus, whether we keep Fields, whether we go in which direction. I'm going to give 4 or 5 hypotheticals. We're going to do that very soon. But as of right now, that's the Bears order. Because we lost, we are picking ahead of New York Jets and Minnesota Vikings. So we're not picking 11th, which we would be picking if we had won. So, I mean, there's some positives to take out of this, but ultimately all of us wanted to beat the Packers. We need to beat the Packers. This is the longest losing streak we've had in my lifetime, except for between 1994 and 1998 when I was in middle school. The Bears lost 10 games to the Packers in 94 to 98. We've now lost 10 again. It has to end. All good things come around. It's going to come full circle at some point. It's got to come full circle. And yeah, I took off my Bears jersey as soon as we lost. I was frustrated. I had to be reconciled for a good half hour there. And I'm going to come back around. We have the number 1 pick. We have the number 9 pick. It's going to be okay. We have a lot to look forward to. $60 million in cap space, even more after we cut Eddie Jackson and Cody Whitehair, and especially after this last game, we are definitely doing both of those things. I thought maybe we'd hang on to Eddie. This proved we have to get rid of Eddie. There's no way we're hanging on to that awful contract. He was good for us. He was there for us. He's a dead contract. That's a bad contract. So we're moving on from him. We're going to break all that stuff down. For now, I'm going to try to keep it semi-short. We have some things to look forward to. All bad things must come to an end, such as this losing streak with the Packers. All good things will start again. It's going to happen. Until next time, there's never been more truthful words. It's time for us to bear down. So bear down, Bears fans. It's going to get better. We have a lot to look forward to this offseason. And I'm going to be there with you every step of the way. If you haven't, please like, please subscribe, and let's go.